Today we're going to talk about frequency of clothing. And as you can see, I have my new full hemp attire on that I actually just got in earlier this week, that I'm wearing here. And it's absolutely gorgeous too, it really is. I'll show a little bit more in a moment, but I want to talk about the frequency of clothing first because there was a study done, I believe in 2003, and it's hard to find the original paper on it now. The lady that had done a study on the frequency of clothing and found that linen and wool have the highest frequency of clothing, and they didn't even really do the study on hemp, not that I could really find, but clearly hemp is a very high frequency as well. And obviously these more synthetic materials, they don't have high frequency at all. And it even says in the Bible that you should not mix the different clothes like linen and wool together, and it showed in that study as well that if the frequency of wool, if wool was worn at the same time with linen, it canceled them out, and the frequency was null and void basically. So it's arbitrary, not arbitrary, but it's pointless to do that. So you wear all of one style. So if you're gonna wear hemp, it better be all hemp, either in hemp underwear or no underwear at all. And when it comes to shoes, you also got to think about that as well. Go either, I mean, obviously perfect world barefoot, strengthen your feet, fully connected, but obviously sometimes you have to wear shoes. So ideally what you would go with would be, you can get like leather soles, sandals, leather sandals, right, with leather straps. And leather can still be gotten ethically. I mean, if an animal just dies of natural causes, then that would be how leather can be gotten or sourced ethically. And also with wooden soles as well, with leather straps, cloth straps, whatever. People are afraid of wooden soled shoes. They're afraid of wooden soled shoes, but it's because people wear these soft cushion shoes. We can thank really Nike for in the most recent history of wearing these super cushy shoes that are just ruin our feet, ruin our foundation, ruin our structure. We have weak feet, so therefore we're afraid of these wooden shoes. But wood's perfectly fine if you have strong and healthy feet. Obviously your feet would be strongest if you did no shoes, but you can't always do that always. So ideally, as much as you can, no shoes, but if you can find wood or leather, that would be the ideal route to go as well for shoes. So yeah, basically this is the new clothes I got here. And you may even notice that not the best weather today, but it was raining yesterday, and I had to make do with what I could do here. You may see I shaved my head, which I also want to talk a little bit about that, and I'll talk about that real quick before I show the stuff. So I was in between this toss-up of trying to see how long the top of my hair could grow, and then shaving it. And it was a fine line between the ego, really, and that's what I cared about most, was my ego coming into the equation here, because we all have our identities that we've grown up with, and people become, naturally, you're really attached to your hair and what you look like, right? And you're worried about what you look without it. And I've shaved it many times in the past, whether I've wanted to or been forced to, and I never really enjoyed it, but I definitely feel like there was subconscious where I was tied to my hair. And then also with the fact that it's not too heavy, a little thin, especially here in the front on my head, that I was trying to push my hair to keep growing on the top of my head to see how long I could get it, but it was clearly not looking so good here in the front. So my ego wanted to keep my hair and see how long I could do it for spiritual reasons, because I didn't want to cut it. I mean, I think I think back to the story of like Samson and the cutting of his hair, right? So there was that factor that I was thinking of, a spiritual sense of keeping the hair. But now it was me weighing between that ego, and my ego, I felt like, would be hurt the most by just shaving it and dealing with that and moving forward with the shaven head. And I think at all times you should definitely weigh things and see if your ego's coming in too big into play, and if you can choose a route that would crush your ego a bit more, then you should go that route. Obviously, ego is important. There is a purpose for ego. I'm not saying it needs to be eliminated entirely, but I'm saying it needs to be kept in check. And if ever there's a time or chance where you can put it a little bit more in check, take that choice. And that's why I went this route with shaving my head. So anyways, now that I've talked about that, talk about the different clothes that I got here from the Pineal Lighthouse Foundation, which I am a member of that community, and proud to be a member of that community. I love what they're doing over there, and they're doing the right stuff, and it's exciting to be a part of, and they make their own clothing. So that's technically Hemp of Pineal on Instagram, and I'll link that below in the YouTube as well. Made primarily by Shaq T over there at Pineal that made this whole stuff. I got it all custom, measured it, and sent it over to her. I was on a call with her, measured it with her on the call. She even told me, because I've never measured, obviously, myself. So she told me where to measure, what to take measurements of, and then gave it to her, and then she made it for me and sent it over here, and even sent a couple gifts with it. So a couple gifts that I got was this sage and sea salt, Portuguese sea salt, pineal sage. I'm not 100% what to do with this yet. I still have to talk to them about that, but it certainly smells awesome. I would guess it would be for like bathing or something along those lines. They also sent me 4 soaps here that they made themselves as well. Peppermint soap, rose soap, calendula soap, and this one doesn't have a name on it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna use all these soaps. I love me some organic soap for sure, and so awesome that they sent me these, and their purple theme that they got going on over there is pretty cool too. They also sent me this little goodie bag here with, I think, some more sage. And some of these leaves over here. This is all from their community as well, which is really, really cool. Not exactly sure what to do with these as well, but I'm gonna talk to them and figure out what to do with that. And this cool little bag full of lavender. This little bag of theirs as well that was also given to me, full of pineal lavender. And man, it might just start to drizzle. I might have to end this pretty quick. And lastly, second to lastly, they sent me this wrap right here, which I believe is a head wrap, and I actually don't know how to do that yet. I'm gonna figure out how to do that as well. This came, I didn't even ask for this. Well, I mean, I did to some degree, but I didn't think I'd actually get this as well. That's pretty awesome. They even sent me this cool little bag, this little handmade bag to put my stuff in as well. It's not the biggest bag, but it's still cool. I mean, didn't ask for this either, and I still got this along with all the other stuff. Pretty sweet. And lastly, a second pair of pants. These are a bit thicker pants. These are much thinner. Also, I mean, obviously all hemp, but they look awesome. They feel great, and I still haven't actually really used these yet because it's so hot here. Today's actually a little bit cool because of this weather, as you can see, that I'm able to wear this. So this is I asked her to, literally from Star Wars, Qui-Gon Jinn, the poncho he wears in Tatooine. I asked to emulate that. That's where I got this, and it's actually reversible as well. So this is the shirt, pants, the shirt that's made. Shirt, I mean, it's a little bit short, but I plan on getting more made, and I'm gonna get them a little bit longer, but it still works fine. I love the blue trim here, and I think I can hear the rain coming. It's not good, but you can flip this out. It can go both ways, and you can really do either way. I'll be honest, I like the other way, but now the rain's really coming, and I guess it's perfect time to end this video. All right,